Let's go through my review of The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yarros. The first half will have no spoilers and the second half will have spoilers. I will let you know when to leave if you haven't read the book yet. Okay, so to give you the plot line of this story, basically it is about a girl whose grandmother recently passed. She was an author who grew up in like World War II time. So it kind of follows the current story of Georgia, who's the granddaughter, the hot boy Noah, who's finishing the grandma's book, and then the grandma's story about her growing up, falling in love during the war, yada yada. So the book flips between three different perspectives, which I personally found very confusing. It was Georgia's perspective, Noah's perspective, and then the perspective of the book, so back in the war days. While I liked the writing, I thought that the flipping of perspectives made it very confusing. It was kind of hard to follow, and I just never really felt super connected with the characters. I actually really didn't like Georgia, who's the main character of the book. Also, I'm not really a big fan of like historical fiction or war pieces, so I didn't really get connected to the actual storyline or the plot line. Overall, I also thought that this book started out really, really slow. It had one of the best plot twists I've ever read in my short reading history, but it took forever to get there. I feel like the last 100 pages were good, but the first 300, not my favorite. It was very slow. Okay, I have some spoilers we need to talk about, so if you haven't read the book yet, go away. Bye. Okay, let's talk about the plot twist because I did not see that shit coming. That was definitely my favorite part of the book. I didn't see any signs of Constance being the one who was the real grandma. That shit rocked me to my core. But overall, I felt like some of the other big moments, like when Jameson's plane went down, didn't hit like they should have. I was like tearing up and ready to just start sobbing, but then it switched perspectives. So the plane was going down and then boom, we're in a different vibe. And it didn't let me like sit in that sadness. I wish that she would have went straight from his plane going down to Scarlett finding out. Like I said before, I'm also not the biggest fan of Georgia, and I really didn't like the reason why she kind of kicked Noah out and like cut him out of her life. I just felt like, yes, he lied to her, but it really wasn't that big of a lie. And like, I don't know, I just felt like she was kind of a brat and like kind of, obviously she was supposed to have her walls up and stuff, but I don't know, I found her character really annoying. Overall, I ended up giving this book a 5 out of 10 on my rating for it. I just felt like it was really, really hyped up. I liked a lot of parts of the book. I definitely sobbed at the end, but overall, not my favorite. If you read this book, let me know your thoughts. I feel like this is a very polarizing one, and make sure to follow for more book reviews.